Alright guys, I am showing off my little setup here. My house is never a mess, as most of you know. We keep it very clean, but we have simulated what would happen if our power was to go out. So, there is my new generator, 6250 watts, and that's for surge, for when things like the air conditioner and the refrigerator start up. It can go up to 6250 watts, I think for 5 or 10 seconds. It's an inverter style generator, so that means a couple of things. One thing means it's safe to plug electronics into. The other thing means that it doesn't use the full amount. It only uses as much fuel and energy as required by the devices I'm pulling. That's a good thing, because now I don't have to keep putting more and more fuel into it. It's much larger than the generator that I had originally looked at, because the generator that I originally looked at was smaller. It was more my price point. I had to save a little longer for this one. Well, I'm lying. I put it on a credit card. I'll have to pay the credit card down with money I've been saving. But at any rate, this will also eventually not be run to my house through a cord like this. It'll eventually hook to the side panel of my, it'll plug into the house's direct AC circuit panel. But for right now, we're in the middle of hurricane season, and it's been active here in the Houston area. So look at my poor grass. Well, it'll grow back soon. Anyway, there's the generator. It comes in through this big old cord, which I took some wood and some glue and made a little hinge apparatus so that it could come through with some foam so we don't get the bugs and weather coming in. It comes down, it splits that into this guy here. It's got enough places to plug in 4 things. I'm only using 3, and that's fine by me. Comes over here. It's a very light duty uninterruptible power supply. That there, it goes up to my cell phone charger, so I can charge a phone. All of our devices can share that. We'll just have to take turns if the power goes out. Here is my modem slash router. I have it in bridge mode. It comes over to here that broadcasts to my Wi-Fi. Basically right now I'm just using this generator. This is just our safe room should we have a power outage. Powers these 2 lights over here. That cable is her regular for her cell phone, so sorry about that. Anyway, powers those 2 lights, powers this fan, powers the TV, and that's pretty much everything that we need to run it. Now, I have these 2 cords, which is kind of a pain. If an actual outage occurred, we would clean up the cords, but this is just us testing, and we have to break in the generator for 5 hours. So one of these cords, I should mention that other one, this is all safe. The generator is not grounded. It does not have to be, because it's not plugging into the house, it's just plugging into cords, so the ground is literally the ground. That is a huge cord. Then it comes down here, we've got a 12 gauge cord, which is more than enough to power my refrigerator. So that just runs out to my regular refrigerator. It's an older refrigerator. It did not tell me how much the starting amps, starting wattage was, so I just maxed it out, just overkill. Spent more on the cord, probably $50 I think. Anyway, and then there's one more cord that has to come all the way down into my office, and that cord, sorry for the mess guys, that cord just plugs right into my fiber. The last time we had a power outage, box that was plugged into my uninterruptible power supply running off batteries, and I still had internet. So I wanted to make provision if our power is out, the internet still works as long as I power my equipment. So I had to run power to that. So that's pretty much it. The rest of the house would be shut down. These 2 cords, I got bright colored cords so we don't trip over them. And then we've got this is the room. This is where we would all go. We'd have the air conditioner. It gets really hot in the Houston area during hurricane season, and that's right when your power goes out. So 8,000 BTU. I don't leave that in there. I just put it in and I'll take it back out, and we put it in the closet when it's not being used. TV, so we got something to watch. And yeah, cell phone charger, internet, lights. We have our 1 master bathrooms right here, and we would just have to use a flashlight for that, I guess. I mean, I have enough cords to make it even more complicated, but I don't see the need to do that. But yeah, here's our simulated. In just a second, I'll take you outside. We can hear how loud the generator is. There's our new birds. They're very noisy. If they be quiet, we'll listen to how loud it is inside my house. Hey man, I'm making a YouTube video here. Okay, so now we'll just be quiet. There's more sounds coming from down the hall. Okay, now we'll go out and we'll brave it. Now, when we applied more load, which I don't have anything else to plug in, it would get much noisier. When the air conditioner first kicks on the compressor, it gets louder for 10 seconds, and same with the refrigerator. Should only do that a couple times a day for the fridge. I'm pretty sure that I can get away with running all of the equipment with eco mode turned on the generator, which uses even less fuel and it makes less noise. So it's much quieter now with the eco mode on. I'm gonna sit out here for a while. I won't make you guys sit with me, but I'm gonna sit out here and see if perhaps it ramps back up when the air conditioner or the refrigerator cycle. But otherwise, hopefully this is the extent of the noise. It's about half as loud as a lawnmower, maybe as loud as a lawnmower. Inside you can barely hear it. All right, there's two more things and then I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. One thing is I do have a tent that is made specifically for that generator, and it has been tested and I've seen the proof. 70 mile per hour winds. I can run that generator out in the rain and in up to 70 mile an hour winds. I've seen a guy on a forum with the same generator and the exact same tent. I'm gonna put it on tonight just to make sure it fits, but I didn't think about that before I did the video. Anyway, he put it in the back of his pickup truck and went 70 miles, 10 miles down the freeway, 70 miles an hour, and it worked fine, so I'll take that as it will withstand. The other two things as far as safety goes, if I hook this to my electrical panel and power my whole house, which is gonna cost me about $1,000 to do, I'll do that next year. This is what I could afford for this year. I've got about $2,200 in this setup. I know that seems expensive, but all you have to do is be out of power here for a short time and have all your food go out, or your refrigerator go out, all your food go bad, your no air conditioning, and you'd spend that much money also. Anyway, because of that, I don't have to have it grounded. The ground is the ground. Once you hook it to the panel, you need to put in a grounding rod and then ground the generator to that, and I will do that when that time comes. I don't have to do it now. So there's one thing about safety, just to let you guys know I am concerned about safety. Here is a CO monitor. It's not a fire alarm, it's a CO alarm. So if for some reason, that's one of the reasons that generator is so far away. I've got it 20 feet from the house. Now, if it was closer, I'd be concerned, because they say that just one of these generators can easily kill you. People put them in their garages to keep them out of the weather and they wind up dead. It's just a scary, horrible thing. So I got that little CO thing here in the one room that we will be using the generator in. And so yeah, just those two things are for safety. And other than that, I hope you all are doing as good as we are. And yeah, a couple $1,000, and then next year I'll actually have it hooked directly to the house, so I won't have to have cables and cords everywhere. But I'll still have to have that window AC, because I don't think that generator, as strong as it is going to power my 3-ton AC for my house. Although I know that there's a way to make a soft switch, and I'm sure some of you will tell me about a soft start switch. But at any rate, there's my story. Hope you guys are doing good, and talk to you soon. Oh, and then here's our new little Siamese kitten too. You got to see the birds, so I guess hey Precious, come here. She's a lot bigger now. Pretty wife, making us some good food, it looks like, as usual. And then there's the new birds. Elizabeth is here somewhere. She's hiding. Don't know, don't care. See ya.